On Friday, Governor Newsom announced that California is no longer on a watch list. Instead, counties will move through a 4-tier system. The tier system is divided by colors, representing the number of new cases and percentage of positivity. For example, yellow is minimal and purple means there is a widespread amount of cases. Riverside County falls into the purple category, meaning most non-essential indoor operations are closed. However, in Riverside County, malls can reopen at 25% capacity, and starting today, hair salons and barbershops can reopen. Keep wearing those masks, Riverside County. As we continue in the right direction, St. John's School in Hemet and Cornerstone Christian in Wildomar are 2 out of the 14 schools in Riverside County that submitted waivers. Now, these 2 private schools have been approved for in-person education and will resume regular classes on September 1st. California also okayed kids with special needs to return back to school. This includes students who are subject to abuse and neglect, as well as those who are homeless. The classroom would be limited to 14 students, and the goal in bringing this population back is to ensure the proper support and therapy needed are provided. Otherwise, all other schools throughout the county are closed for in-person instruction. Now, back in February, we ran a story about Riverside County's updating voting machines and ballot counting process. With Election Day only 63 days away, November 3rd is right around the corner, and this information is more timely than ever. We take a look at what you can expect when you go to the polls, as well as how our votes are tallied and kept secure.
Riverside County's Registrar's Office is committed to providing a smooth voting process in 2020 and has made a substantial investment in proprietary equipment to ensure votes are recorded accurately and efficiently.
Previously, we were using technology that was developed in the late 90s, so we're on to more updated technology that's more secure, and it is a lot more efficient. All voting technology has to be certified at the federal level and then certified at the state level in order to be purchased by counties.
In February 2019, Secretary of State Alex Padilla directed Riverside County and others to replace their voting machines as they failed to pass the latest security standards. To comply, the county leased 700 ICX voting machines at a cost of approximately $9 million, with $6 million provided by the state.
These machines are secure. They're not connected to the internet in any way. They don't record votes. They are a ballot marking device. You select your choices on the touchscreen, and then the ballot prints out on a printer next to it, and then that ballot is dropped into a ballot box, and that's what gets counted.
In prior years, the stringent certification requirements caused a shortage of voting machines, and county election officials had no choice but to expand the use of the vote-by-mail ballots, which are now a critical part of Riverside County's election system.
75% of Riverside County already votes by mail, so you could get your ballot about 29 days before the election, study your material, and then vote it at your own convenience. So it used to be that you had to pay your own postage on your vote by mail ballot, but the law changed, and so now all vote by mail voters receive a postage paid envelope, and you have options for returning it. You can put it back in the mail, you can go to drop-off centers, or you could go to your polling place on Election Day and drop it off that way.
Those who choose to cast their ballots at the polls on voting day are not required to use the new machines.
It's up to the voter if they want to use the unit or if they would just want a standard paper ballot. If they're vision impaired, then they would just let the poll workers know that they would want to listen to their ballot. The poll worker would activate an audio session on the system, and we have headphones and a audio tactile interface, which is basically a remote that has Braille on it.
Previously, the county's outdated ballot counting equipment caused the total votes cast in the November 2018 election to take over a month to tally. New technology increases vote counting from 20,000 vote-by-mail ballots a day to 80,000 a day.
All the ballots are counted at the Registrar of Voters office. We have 10 high-speed scanners that will then start reading those ballots, and then we will produce results every hour.
When you vote in November, whether it's using a mail-in ballot or via a new voting machine, know that the county is working hard to provide a smooth voting process for all.
Be sure to take advantage of our new voting technology and make sure your voice is heard on November 3rd. Here are a few more things you need to know to ensure that your vote is counted. First, if you're wondering if you're currently registered, You can verify your status at voterstatus.sos.ca.gov. And if you're not registered, go to register at vote.ca.gov and get it done. To avoid long lines on November 3rd, officials are recommending to vote early, either in person or via mail. Each eligible registered voter will receive a ballot by mail starting October 5th. Your vote by mail ballots can be returned at one of the 80 secure ballot drop-off locations that will be available starting October 5th, or you can mail them in and no postage is required. If you prefer to vote in person, voter assistance centers located throughout Riverside County will be open starting October 31st through November 3rd. In order to control crowding, there will be one in-person polling place per 10,000 registered voters, so your usual voting location might have changed. Be sure to confirm your polling place at voteinfo.net on September 24th. They will post a list of mail-in ballot drop-off and in-person voting locations. Did you know that you can track your ballot by registering at where'smyballot.sos.ca.gov? The system will alert you once it's been received by the Registrar of Voters. Another need to know that's on a lot of people's minds is wildfires. California is experiencing a great deal of devastation during this fire season. Last February was the driest month since the 1850s. Even with a healthy amount of rainfall in the spring, it didn't seem to make a difference. In Northern California alone, there have been over 1.35 million acres burned. And just because Riverside County has remained safe thus far, it doesn't mean we shouldn't be careful. And according to the Emergency Management Department, long-term prevention and protection steps help lessen the impact of the hazard. Did you know that the biggest culprit of wildfires is trash burning? The County of Riverside has banned outdoor burning, which includes campfires, agricultural burning, cooking fires, and warming fires. Also, if you see something, say something. Call 911 or your local fire department if you see an unintended fire. Do not throw lit cigarettes out your moving car. Carelessly flicking can have major repercussions. Use caution when using flammable liquids, and lastly, keep your yard clear of debris. Just this year, to help with the fire mitigation plan, Riverside County Fire Department, in cooperation with CAL FIRE, is sending out notices to abate throughout the year, instead of just in the spring. It is crucial you act immediately if you receive a notice. Negligent property owners will be held responsible for costs associated with fire suppression.